Aircraft Finishing, Video 12. American Finishes, Dural, Alclad, Mustang, Paralletone, Miscellaneous, Covering of gun ports, Jettison fuel tanks. American Finishes, usually constructed of anodized Dural or Alclad. Magnesium alloys are always painted on US aircraft. Mustang aircraft, USA. 1. Cleaned and degreased, deoxidine. 2. Primed with zinc chromate primer, yellow. 3. Apply 2 coats of filler, stoved for 7 minutes at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. 4. Apply 2 coats of filler, allowing to flash and stove at 180 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. 5. Apply 2 coats of filler and again stove. 6. Apply a guide coat and rub down wet. 7. Apply final camouflage colours, usually S. Paralletone is a grease used for shipment of aircraft, washed off with warm paraffin. Miscellaneous. On fabric of US aircraft, clear dope is used. Base of cellulose is acetone, balinate. It is less inflammable than nitrocellulose used on aircraft carriers. DTD 369A is a pigmented varnish jointing compound, Duralac, used mostly on sea-going aircraft and is used to prevent corrosion between 2 different metals into crystallized corrosion. BSS 3X9 bituminous paint, used extensively on wood for production. It is a coal tar product resistant to fungus and bacteria. Thin with MDL or white spirit, dries in 4 to 6 hours. DTD235 low temperature stoving enamels, parts which have been soldered and would run if high temperature stored, stoved at 125 degrees C for 2 hours. DTD56B high temperature stoving enamels, stoved for 2 hours at 170 degrees C, used on engine parts which have to withstand heat or fluids such as petrol. BSS 3X4 dope resisting white. BSS X19 acid resisting paint for use in vicinity of axe, etc. DTD 400 petrol resisting paint. DTD 399 enamel resistant to hydraulic fluids. DTD 234 clear varnish for internal drinking water tanks. DTD 420A pigmented lanolin resin finishes, used mostly on sea-going aircraft. It does not dry hard but remains rubbery. Also, it is a barnacle resistant. Lanolin is a grease extracted from sheepskin. DTD anti-glow black used on exhaust manifolds of night fighters, bombers, etc. 33B 528 heat resisting white used on coastal command aircraft, thinners, water, resists heat up to 400 degrees C. DTD 910 anodizing aluminium rich alloys. DTD 911 bichromate of potash bath magnesium. DTD 915A chromate sulfuric acid immersion bath. DTD 83A or 308 matte finish C. DTD 314 matte finish S 1 coat finish color primers. DTD 63A gloss finish C. DTD 260A gloss finish S. DTD 517 synthetic resin pigmented oil varnish. Air diagram 1382 gives pattern for camouflage of MT vehicles. DTD 360 information on aircraft colour schemes and roundels, also store numbers for paints. Air publication is 1086. Price vocabulary of spare parts and stores numbers for paints. Air diagram 2390. Part 1 stores reference numbers for paints. Part 2 stores reference numbers for repairs. 1464 gives all information on fabric repairs. Volume 2, Part 3 maintenance of spray equipment, metals, etc. Airplane Handbook, Volume 1, Part 1 for particulars of aircraft, giving structure and types of metal used. Air diagram 1270. Gen on prop repairs. DTD 343, Madapolin, see page 4. DTD 540, Irish linen, see page 4. 6F1, British Standard Spec, see page 4. DTD 407, pre-coated fabric, see page 20. DTD 557, flexible paint 33B 505, see page 46. BSS 4X2, oil and petrol resisting battleship grey paint used mostly on MT petrol Bowsers. BSS 3X6, varnish for exterior woodwork. BSS 3X7, varnish for interior woodwork. BSS 2X8, undercoating prop varnish. BSS 2X11, transparent wood filler for props. BSS 2X12, finishing prop varnish. BSS 2X14, priming varnish. 2X17, seaplane varnish. X18, shellac varnish. X19, acid resisting paint. DTD 339, methyl methacrylate, Perspex or plexiglass. F56, cellulose acetate, see page 50. DTD 279A, pigmented lanolin resin solution. War Department Spec 205 for jettison fuel tanks. DTD 482, pre-coated Madapolin. 226, double strength paint remover, thin with acetone if it gets jellied, up to 10% acetone. 441, distemper matte finish. 121C, rust preventative used to grease any ferrous metal that is being stored. 62A, air drying enamel. 327, 248, thinners from ICI for paint remover. Covering of gun ports, etc. Use adhesive patches if available, procured from Armoury. Substitute on metal, use fabric patch stuck down with clear primer varnish or Docker's adhesive. Substitute on wood, use fabric patch stuck down with clean tautening dope. Jettison fuel tanks, see WDI Spec 205. Finished as aircraft camouflage, 1 coat UP1, 1 coat finish. The inside is swilled out with a zinc compound or chromatic solution to make it petrol proof. This solution gets in the joints, so sealing them up. Weight addition: 3/4 to 1 ounce per square yard for scheme 83A, 1 to 1.5 ounce per square yard for scheme 314S, 2 to 2.5 ounce per square yard for 2 coats of red dope. Thank you for watching. The next video in the series is Aircraft Finishing, Video 13, Flying Boats, Coastal Command, Sunderland, Catalina.